Welcome back, Stuff Nation. Season 3, episode 7. It's the first 60-degree day of, I don't know, spring here in New York City, so it's a good time to record a pod inside.
This is also the safest space pod recording we've done because we're not on camera right now, and it's just a safe space. We don't have to be worried about getting filmed in the vortex of my fisheye lens.
No, it's
and
great. We can let our double chins hang loose.
Hang loose.
I'm actually like putting my chin in.
We actively.
I'm liberated.
They're flapping in the wind of the breeze from Katie's window.
Through my window.
Normally, where I'm sitting right now, my arm would be so deep in the vortex that its normal turkey leg appearance would graduate to a ham hock. I look like a linebacker, like offensive line. Put me in, I'd be scouted on YouTube.
Yep.
Okay, but wait. Katie just told us before we recorded this pod that she and our friends Elle and Liv coined this new way to curb your negative self-body talk. So I think we should share with the stuffers.
So I just got back from my Ireland trip, and like honestly, my favorite bit I've ever been a part of, and it was like
that's big.
It's big.
It's huge.
And it was the like one running bit we had like throughout the entire trip was that we are just so skinny. And it was like the entire bit, like literally everything we did was just like, oh, we're just like so skinny. Like I was like, oh, can you guys see me? Like I know I'm facing sideways. Like let me like can you still see me that way? Like you know,
floating
like,
head.
Literally, like you know, like when you're like you travel and like your pants like get so loose, like after like literally 2 wears, it's just like, oh, we're just like actively losing
so
weight.
skinny.
Like the more we stay in Ireland, just like the skinnier we get. Like, and it honestly, like
Irish plague.
it was incredible for the mental health. Like just to really lean in and take back skinny power. Like it was amazing.
Skinny power.
Skinny's back.
Because
back,
everybody
back.
knows like traveling can put you in such a body
dysmorphia.
spiral, like
Because you're
suitcase
eating
explosion.
horribly. You travel, you don't poop for like 4 days.
No.
Everything's out of whack. You're bloated. We were eating just the wackest drunchies in the world. Like I literally like, but you know, we just flipped it on its head. Hello,
Flip the script.
I
Flip
love
script.
that.
Take the power.
So next time you're grabbing
And we
your
were
pooch, just remind
so
yourself you're
skinny.
skinny.
You're
You were
so
so
You're so skinny.
It's like, I just thought I was gonna blow away into the sea. Like it was scary.
No, honestly, great advice. Like next time you go to body check, just remind yourself. Doesn't matter. You're skinny.
Skinny's a mindset.
Skinny's
and
a
it's a choice.
mindset, and it's a choice.
No,
But
it fucking is.
It has the possibility to go so toxic, and thank God it didn't. Like it was just good for us.
That's gorgeous. I'm sorry, I'm just thinking about this in the context of like saying I'm so skinny to like a third party person. Like I'm just picturing like you being on a date and being like, well, it's just hard because like I'm so skinny. Like, can you see me from the side? Like, could you imagine if they didn't know that it was a bit and they're just like, I mean, I think you're very attractive, but I can actually see you from
The side.
Like, they would actually be like this.
Well, I'm right here. I didn't know if you could see me behind my fork.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know if you recognize me because sometimes when I'm sideways, it's just like I disappear and it's like floating head and
Skinny. No, literally, like we were walking around being such like obnoxious, loud Americans, of course, just like laughing about this skinny bit. Like, and I was just like, we overheard. It just sound so ridiculous. Like we're like, oh, we've just been blessed with skinny privilege, and it's just like crazy to like reap the benefits now that we're in Ireland and skinny. Like literally, we all landed back in the States and we're like, wait, I don't think I'm as skinny as I was in Ireland. I was like, why is Heathrow Katie not as skinny? Why is JFK Katie not as skinny as Dublin Airport Katie? Wait, the pounds, they're coming back on.
No.
You've appeared in thin air.
You fly across the pond and you're a whole new person.
A whole new skinny version.
Honestly, though, like, and that's on what's in the water when you're on vacation. Like,
truly.
You should be a whole nother person on vacation.
Mm-hmm. Tap into your skinny version.
Wow. Why else? Why work? You know?
Why work?
What's it all for? If you can't be a skinny legend on vacation.
Why work?
What's it for? You know where we were actually skinny legends?
Pooch Brown.
Florida.
That's so true.
In the armpit of America.
Letting the pooch hang low. And we were proud.
It is a body posy zone out there, except for the part of Florida that I just came from. not a body posse zone. I was like, holy beached whale.
Stop
Oh,
it.
no.
Were you able to like
No.
enjoy the like? What's the weather down there right now?
It was nice for 2 days. It was like 75
Hot.
Thursday and Friday, and then it was like 50.
How dare.
It was raining. It was thunderstorming, but
Oh, did you see a Florida storm?
I
Did you get that
Florida-
one?
The Florida storm. We're here in the Florida storm. Reporting live.
Hey guys, reporting live from the Florida storm.
Honestly, that would be incredible. I wish that weather people talked like that. Would be so much more entertaining. Laugh. Anyway, my mom and I didn't realize that it was gonna be like spring break Mecca. They were literally in droves. Like, and the thing about this area is everybody rents bikes, and so like, you know, like the middle school obsession when you like, you didn't have a car yet, but like you had wheels, like you were on fucking bikes and you're just like squatting up in random areas. So like at 7 p.m. every night, like in the little like kind of like shopping center that like all the Airbnbs are like on top. It's kind of like a little like pavilion, like village. There's a pizza place, there's a coffee place, like that kind of thing.
The meetup.
There is dead ass 90 of them, like a full on me. Like, you know how you
Little
would
biker gang
90?
meetups.
I kid you not, 90. Like, you know, in middle school, you would meet up at like fucking CVS after school. And,
Yes,
like,
and you just
squat up.
hang around the parking lot.
Just loitering. Just loitering. They were everywhere, and they were heckling at me. Let me get your Snapchat.
No, not the
Let
snap.
me get- I literally looked at one of them, and I was like, sir, I am 25. Sir, I need you
Sir.
to not. Sir. And my boomer geriatric ass was like,
Kids.
and like we're getting ice cream one night, and this little kid's like, hey, where are you from? I was like, you are
Oh my
actually, he's like, you know, word around here is like you should really like keep an eye out for like a 5-foot ginger guy. Is like pretty dangerous and crazy. His name's
What?
Harrison. He's like, I bet you can guess I'm Harrison. And I was like,
Shut up.
ew.
Stop.
What would you say
Ew.
that these boys were coming in around age-wise?
Same as our double dates.
13.
No.
Literally same as our double. Same. They were practically Chip and Skip. This guy is like schmoozing this other older woman in line. Older for him, you know, she's probably 15.
Mm-hmm.
He buys her ice cream, and like her parents
Wow,
are standing there, and
pimp.
she's like, "Meow," and I was like, holy, like this shit's heating up in here.
No, the embarrassment I would have if someone bought me like a ice cream
I
or
know.
anything while I'm on a family vacation.
She
Like,
was
someone's
cool.
hitting
She
on
was
me.
cool about it
Dying.
though. She was like, I actually was like, I really admire your composure, because the way I would have been like, ew, what? She was like, oh, thanks. I was like, oh my god.
gosh.
Pop off,
And the
kids.
best thing is, my mom thought these kids were a hoot.
Of
Like,
course.
she couldn't stop bringing him up. She's like, I think I saw Harrison again.
Harrison,
I
stop.
saw him walking around like he is just a troublemaker. Like, I was like, are you okay?
I love the random
behavior.
characters that like become like actual main characters on a family trip or just
Fixations.
on a trip in general.
But it's like maybe we're fixtures.
Yeah.
Oh, for
We have to be,
sure.
Have to be.
Yeah, I can think of a million characters from Vacation.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it's so fun. They kind of make vacation.
And then they
do.
show up in family jokes for years.
Years.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of scary. Like, if we're fixtures.
Yeah.
But that's the best part. You never know.
I mean, you never know.
Unless
Unless you met them again.
guess we'll
What a
never know.
meet cute that would be.
could you imagine?
You're the
that's a
fixture.
Hallmark movie somewhere.
I'm like, well, keep that one to yourself. Maybe they haven't made that one yet.
Stuffers, keep that in the circle.
Stuffers. Keep it in the circle. And keep it in the brain trust, because one day when we're producing Hallmark movies,
We'll give you a cut.
Stuffers said it first.
Oh my god.
All right, Katie, let's hear about Ireland.
Yeah,
Oh,
give us the
God.
big gun. What'd you do? Where'd you go? Who'd you see?
Well,
Who'd you kiss?
my god. So it was a 10-day road trip. Very light overview. It was super fun. We went to like a bunch of different places.
Skinny girls on tour.
Skinny girls, literally, we gave them the Skinny American Girl tour, and we drove all around. Which also driving on the other side of the road. Woof.
Oh, yeah, was
no,
that
literally,
wild?
How the hell
That
was
was
that?
a journey and a half. And I was the one that drove that car out of the parking like structure out of like Dublin city center, and like we don't drive here, so like I was like I'm driving.
Yeah, how did you get pre-selected for that role?
Well, I don't know. I think the control freak in me was kind of hoping that it would be me that would be driving first. And then honestly, it worked out fine. But like, parallel parking on the right side.
Oh,
Driving on the left side. Like, it was a lot.
I can't even parallel park in a normal car,
But
let alone flip the wheel.
That's my secret skill. I'm really good at parallel parking.
You know what got me really good at parallel parking was I got a parking pass like once at Cal Poly. But other than that, I would always park on Slack, and that you had to be.
I parked on Slack for a little bit.
You had to be a good parallel parker because that shit was tight.
Mm-hmm.
I don't got it in me.
But other than that, I celebrated my 25th birthday there, which was super fun, and then also celebrated St. Patty's Day. Or no, they said don't say St. Patty's.
Oh, really?
St. Patrick's or just say Patty's.
Paddies.
So we celebrated Patty's there.
Wait, cute.
know,
Look at
it's
you with the lingo.
Why no
know.
St.
Yeah.
Patty's?
I think that's like a tourist giveaway. It sounded like.
Oh.
I don't really know. I don't really get it. But
Did you meet a lot of Irish people? Did
I
you
stay
have
with
a
the
good
people telling me to.
conversations?
We did.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. The people were amazing. It was great. But St. Patrick's Day was in Cork. Got a tattoo.
Such a cool lineup.
It was a good trip, all in all. But yeah,
It's
We'll
like actually a trip of
share a lot.
lifetime.
We'll save some.
I've got some stories, but
some territory
we'll
for
save
another
it for the next
episode.
one.
But
Yeah.
oh my god, I'm just itching to hear more.
we haven't even done like our full like roommate recap either.
No.
This is the most we've seen
No.
each other since we've all been back.
And we got straight on the pod. You know our priorities.
Our priorities,
The hustle doesn't stop.
Mogul
doesn't stop.
pending.
right? But since we have been away from each other for so long, we haven't recorded in a minute. But little do you guys know, we have a little vault of unreleased episodes of just juicy, big time stuff. And we thought that we might release a little bit of that for you all today.
Yeah, it's an interesting one.
I still haven't listened to it.
Katie hasn't listened. Claire and I have had that privilege. And we learned after spanking that epi, just the two of us in Claire's bed, is we have improved. Boy, have we made progress since then.
Yeah, try not to judge us.
Yeah, I'm scared.
We were just like excited, and we also discovered.
We also
that-
were probably drunk. Like,
Oh no, literally
Well,
drunk.
that's the sad part. I don't think we were.
We had like a beverage or
Okay.
two.
Or two.
You were dog sitting in Brooklyn.
It's that.
Oh,
episode.
it's that.
Mhm.
To give you context, we have a handful of episodes that we never released that we recorded and built up and we're going to release and never did. So that's one of the few.
Our work ethic really
It's
shining.
insane. But we did allude to what I believe we talk about on this like next bit. In the last episode, we were talking about the Disney trip that we took with my family.
Yeah,
last
for
year
Oh,
for my
Katie's
birthday.
last 25th birthday. It's
So this
actually
is-
quite timing.
This is the real time recap.
Her
of that
last
trip.
25th birthday. I
Yeah.
love it.
Oh, man.
Her last birthday.
24th.
Well, honestly, it starts now because like we're never turning 30, so you might as well have like another 25th. So you don't have enough, like another 29.
Precisely.
Exactly.
Good thinking,
You know.
Claire.
But I think as everybody knows, like we're proud Disney adults.
Oh my gosh! Wait. Speaking of that,
Oh no, I'm so scared.
Another
Our
story
first-
for you.
our first night in Dublin, Hannah was so kind to get me for my birthday tickets to a comedy show, and we went. Me, Ellen, Liv went to this comedy show. We showed up like at the last minute, so we're sitting front row.
No,
And of course, we're just getting picked on because we're the Americans, just
I
like
love that.
giggling.
Oh, I wish there could have been
it
video
was
evidence.
it was so funny. But like the last guy, I was drinking because it was like coming up on midnight, my birthday, and I was just like chirping back at him as he was like engaging with us, and he was like asking, which also like I don't know if you guys notice this, but every like whenever I go abroad, everyone when I ask like if they've been to the States, everyone goes to Florida. Do you guys notice that?
Really?
really.
I feel like I hear,
Every single person I talk to when I'm in Europe, they're like, yeah, I've been to Florida or New York.
I hear
I'm
New
like-
York and California a lot, but it's always like
Yeah.
Los Angeles.
I feel like
Which
everyone, but anywho, so
crazy.
it-
maybe it's a weather thing because like it's not that warm in Ireland.
that's what I
Yeah.
asked
and
people.
probably because it's really easy to get to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably. But he was like asking us about like where we are, blah blah blah, and then I think one of us asked like, "Oh, have you ever been to the States?" And he was like, "Oh, I've been to Florida," and we were like, "Not our best," and and
Sorry,
he was like,
Floridians.
"Yeah, Florida's like interesting." And I don't know what came over me. The Disney adult just like
No.
unleashed herself. She's like, "But we like Disney," and I was like, "Oh my god!" And Ellen Liv literally shot me a death stare because they are not Disney. They are not Disney friendly. They are not Disney adults.
Not Disney friendly.
They are not
Disney tolerant.
like
Oh no.
Literally.
Persecuted.
And they were like, we do not claim her or that energy. And I literally, but he kind of went with it. Like, he kind of gave me Disney adult energy, and it was like safe. But I literally was like, oh my God, Hannah and Claire would be freaking out the fact that I just like blurted out like, but we love Disney.
Oh, you were loud and proud, as you should be. I would love to see a European Disney adult. I feel like they're
Someone said when
so few.
Wow.
I asked, I was like, why do you go to Florida? He's like, oh, good weather, and they have Disney. And I was like, great answer. Correct.
Great
Great
answer.
answer.
Let your
Correct.
childlike wonder flourish.
Literally
Hop
experience
on
the
the
magic
plane. Get to Orlando.
and feel skinny and feel the magic.
Honestly, feel skinny and feel the magic.
Okay.
Wow. I kind of love that, to be honest.
But maybe think of you guys.
When Hannah
That's
and I were
awesome.
re-listening to this episode too, we remembered that in college, like
Oh my
junior
gosh,
year,
yes.
after we got back from abroad, we shared a room and we both had twin beds
And we were
with
just
matching bedding.
so upset that we were, I don't know what, 20-year-old women sleeping in twin beds. We're like,
Yep.
we've had enough. We're upgrading to full.
Today's the day we become women. Like, it was like we got our period again. Like, we were like,
Mhm.
it ends here.
Full on coronation.
Yes. So we literally are scouring Facebook Marketplace. We find rogue mattresses and bed frames across the like San Luis Obispo County area. We're driving miles. This is like a 16-hour expedition. Like we're like breaking down Hannah's bed, my bed frame. We're piling it into the garage. We're moving our
We're
mattresses.
uplisting it to the marketplace. We're contacting other people on
Really?
Marketplace. And we just woke up that day and decided we're going to take on a project.
It was literally like SpongeBob, now that we're men. I'm like, we changed our underwear. Like we're literally like, we're changed our
Yep.
fucking bed frame.
We got our friend Kelly's car. We drove that thing around, just shoved things in the back, and then it was probably like 10 p.m. because it quite literally took so long to go pick up different full-size mattresses,
Yeah.
the bed frames, sheets, the whole ordeal.
Yeah, we had to go buy sheets. Like
Yeah.
it was a whole thing.
And we couldn't fit the furniture through our front door, so we had to go down the hill of our college house, and we're going down the driveway, and she's on one side of the mattress and I'm on the other, and I don't know what came in me, but I'm kind of like racking through past conversations we had, like, I don't know.
Randomest fucking thing ever.
Yeah, and I don't even know like how frequent this conversation had occurred, but I remember me and Claire cornering this guy at a party and just chirp about how we were Disney adults, and somehow I came to Raven Simone, That's So Raven, like zoont, and I was like, Claire, you know what? I have something to tell you. And we kind of just
You
like,
literally like, there's something we got to stop saying. And I was like, we're literally both like balls deep carrying this heavy ass mattress down the driveway. Like, couldn't have been
A worse time.
worst time.
a weirder, like a weirder time for a profound thought.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell is this about to be?
And I was like, you know what? We got to stop telling people that we're big Disney adults.
We're fucking Disney adults. We can't be telling hot guys at parties that we're Disney adults.
Because somehow it would always happen like this. Like when I was single, I would be talking to a cute guy and I'd be like, and you know what? I'm a big Disney adult. And then I'd see Claire from across the room and I'd be like, Claire, come over here. And then she'd come next to me and we would start chirping about being Disney adults. And I don't know why this was a badge of honor for us when we were trying to meet people.
I love that.
Especially we'd be like, oh, because we're from Orange County, so we're only 20 minutes
Born
away
and
from the
bred.
park, and we go there quite a bit, and we're annual pass.
I had the
holders,
annual
and
pass since I was 7, and I would go every Friday to watch the fireworks with my friends from high school. Blah, 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 blah.
These
Like,
guys are like, and then
Yeah.
like they would end up walking away, and it kind of just be like Hannah and I then like talking about Disney further. And so anyway, we originally then we started to feel shame, and we put the kibosh on it, but we said no more,
and then we met Katie.
and we felt safe.
And then we went to
Free.
Florida.
And
And
then
now
we went to Florida with my entire family.
and now we're free.
We upped the fucking ante. We liberated ourselves, and we got on that frontier flight down to Orlando.
And I would do it again. The
We-
best part
we would
is,
do it again.
a few weekends ago, we were feeling kind of kooky, and it was a Saturday, and this was during my unemployment era, and 3 of us are like, well, what would it cost to just go to Disneyland
What
tomorrow?
if we just
Called
went
Mickey
to
up.
Disney?
What if we just called Mickey
up?
up?
Yeah, we're ready to send it on literally drop of a dime.
Yeah.
We're there.
I honestly feel like for the people, like we have to go
we
again.
do.
So if the Mickey Mouse Foundation is listening to this, just know.
That's
We're
like
ready.
we're only going for the biggest fish of sponsors.
Yeah.
Disney, Regal, like Hidden Valley. Like it's just big fish only.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mhm.
Disney's one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Hot girls for Disney.
Hot Girls for Disney.
Skinny girls for Disney.
Skinny girls for Disney. Don't you forget it.
Honestly though, what I fucking don't support is that viral TikTok of that girl that's like, hey now. It's like when you see the castle for the first time after the pandemic, and she like flops on the fucking floor. I'm sorry, we don't claim her, and we don't claim Patrick Mahomes. Those are the two. I have been waiting to say, you guys, I wrote this down in my notes while at the gym. I was like, we do not fucking claim Patrick Mahomes as a Disney adult. Patrick Mahomes, you just won the Super Bowl. What are you going to do first?
I'm going to Disneyland.
Like, bull fucking shit, Patrick Mahomes.
About fucking shit, Patrick Mahomes.
And people hate him, and it just makes me sad because it's so damaging for the Disney adult
And it's
brand.
on every Hulu ad. Every time I watch Love Island.
When you wish upon a star.
Patrick Mahomes, you and the Kansas City Chiefs just won the Super Bowl.
Like,
I'm going to
murder.
Yeah.
Ew, we don't claim him.
I thought they
but-
stopped doing that for a while. No?
No, I think it's the tradition to do that.
Imagine
Yeah.
winning the Super Bowl and you're like, fuck, I gotta
Fucking
talk to
A.
these stupid ass people and say,
Or else you're taking like a $5 million bath. Like, it's that, or
Literally.
it's like, I would do it.
Do they
And
actually go to Disneyland?
You do it too for a check.
You do it for a check.
Anyway,
Anyway.
so we're gonna give you a special little
Throwback moment.
Yeah,
From the
enjoy, don't judge.
our,
And then
our day in the Magic Kingdom.
we'll be back with a Love Island recap, I think. Right?
Yeah.
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 At the end of that little portion. And then we'll see you guys next Wednesday. But enjoy.
You might remember one of our earlier episodes that we are big Disney adults.
You can't say big. We enjoy Disneyland in our adulthood sometimes.
Claire, just own it.
Big Disney. I know, but we're not, you know.
We are. I said when we were in the park I want to get a Disney themed tattoo.
Okay.
Catch that? Okay,
We're not that far.
I'm truly such
What and where?
born and bred.
Wait,
Disney
actually
adult.
where? Actually where and what?
Honestly, the limit does not exist. Like,
Would it be your first tattoo?
fuck off. I honestly was thinking about getting a tattoo this weekend, but I digress.
I
We
want
should
to
do it.
too.
Text you guys and be like, should we get tattoos?
We should do it. I also, I
like doing
still,
something stupid.
I still really want to get my septum piercing, but then sometimes I check myself. You know, like you have frizzy hair, no makeup days, and you're like, if I added more metal to my face, it would just look so much worse. Like, it would only be cute if I was absolutely done up. Anywho, I digress. Yeah, so we're full-blown Disney adults, and
Okay, wait. Can you go back to answering what type of tattoo you
oh,
get?
I mean, I don't know. I could get anything.
Doors open.
Like the doors open. A quote, a character, a ride. Like, who
No,
knows?
it's not a quote.
Whoa.
A quote. Like, my God, I would.
In the Disney font?
No.
In like cursive?
In like a cute font.
No, stop.
You will not shame me out of it.
Are you gonna put a hidden Mickey on your butt?
Wait, don't tempt me. That's a really good idea.
Oh my gosh, you're like at Disneyland with your
Can you find my hidden
future boyfriend.
I will get a
So there's
tattoo
actually a
of a
hidden
Mickey
Disney-
Mouse outline on my butt and be like, my hidden
I have
Mickey.
my own hidden Mickey.
Okay, don't sexualize Mickey like that, though. It would be like a fun game. My God.
Scavenger hunt. Bodies of Wonderland.
Oh my gosh, that's pretty funny. I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Absolutely, I would.
Okay, so Katie's a big Disney adult, and Claire and I are just appreciators, apparently, to Claire.
Hey, you just upped the motherfucking ante.
I did.
on that.
That I
Because
did.
I'm out. That's where I'm.
Yeah.
And respectfully.
Fully brand
Respectfully, I'm out. Anyway, we digress. So
Basically, it costs your firstborn child to see the magical land of Disney World. And so we decided to kind of even out the scales by booking a flight with none other than Frontier Airlines, which is a whopping $68 for a round trip flight. And boy,
to Disney World. To be clear, we went to Disney
Orlando.
World.
Yeah.
Orlando.
Orlando.
yes.
Yeah.
And boy, did that really shine through in the experience of flying on Frontier Airlines. My God. Jesus Murphy. Like, Ryanair is truly first class experience compared to Frontier.
I love too when you're like sitting at the gate, you see your plane pull up, and it's like a freaking wolf on the wing. You're like,
It's a
"Dear
glorified
Lord."
like paper airplane that they just fucking shoot out of LaGuardia down to Orlando.
Yep.
It was
Load it up in
heinous.
one of those canisters and they just I hope it makes it.
We were waiting to board the plane, and we were just having last minute like Disney ticket like struggles. Of course, it's never a fucking moment of peace. It's never easy. And so we're like figuring out buying Hannah's ticket like at the airport, as we're boarding the plane, also my AirPods got stolen. Live, love, New York. And the last like call for boarding, we get the tickets, AirPods nowhere to be found, whatever. We take the L, and we're like approaching the board, the like kiosk to like go onto the plane, and the flight attendant is just so ruthless and was like, board, like truly screaming at us,
A literal cattle herder.
screaming at us like it's like middle school basketball conditioning, like absolutely like suicides running them, like
Ass in
board,
seat.
board.
Ass in seat. Ass in seat. You want to make it to Orlando? Put your ass in that seat.
Putting your ass in that middle seat, okay? So we are all, and you have to pay for everything. You have to pay. You have to pay.
You have to pay to breathe.
You have to pay to pick a seat. You have to pay to get a glass of motherfucking water. And so we're all scattered throughout this shitty ass plane, and
Literally, truly 5 of us scattered.
Yeah.
Every single row possible.
Hannah stands up to go to the bathroom and like passes by me, and my like luckily I snagged an aisle seat, thank God. But
Yeah, count your blessings.
yeah, no, that was really nice. But
No, you really need POV. I get up to use the restroom.
Right.
I see Katie with her gas station headphones in since her AirPods are broken.
thank God I remembered them.
Thank God. Yeah, since her AirPods are stolen, she has the gas station glasses. She's bumping music.
Fucking $5 speed glasses.
I just peed a little.
Pay so much money to see you in $5 speed glasses in the aisle seat on front. Honestly, no one would bat an eye because that you would still be the hottest person on the plane.
Frontier.
They'd be like, Pamela Anderson.
Every single like stereotype of Florida was on that plane. Anyway, I get up, I pass Katie. She has the headphones in, and I'm tailing the woman that's collecting trash in the aisles. And so she has the big trash bag out. Everyone's putting trash in the aisles as she goes by, so it's slow moving. And we get to the row behind Katie, right behind Katie, and this woman, she takes her child's full-on jacket and is like bringing it towards the trash bag. She goes, my daughter puked on this jacket. Can I just throw it in there? Katie has no idea.
I have no
She's
idea
just
this happens until we deboard the plane. And
bopping
Hannah's
along
like,
with the gas station headphones.
did you smell the vomit?
Jesus Christ.
It's like, and she had told us like before the plane had boarded, like this girl behind us has.
I literally was like, the child behind me is the poster child for whooping cough, influenza, and COVID. Like all in one. They were hacking, and I was making the most absurd faces of like, good God, get it off. Like, get it off right now.
eject.
And so
Eject
when we
button.
boarded the plane, I'm like, gosh, must have been bad back there. She had no idea.
No idea, though, that they were projectile vomiting right behind, 2 inches away from me.
Oh,
But
God.
that happened.
That happened.
And then I've never experienced this really. I mean, I feel like the stereotype really hits home with like white people at the end of like movies. But
I forgot about this.
we land rickety as fuck. Did
Oh,
not
God,
deserve
yeah.
the response that the
We were
attendants
swanging.
gave them. But we land in Orlando and everyone uproar, like literal
Hooting and
uproar.
hollering.
I joined in, to be honest.
Claps, everything.
Because it was a fucking
I
miracle
did
that
a-
thing landed.
I was like, you know what? Round of motherfucking applause.
we took off
Wow.
from New York and we were throwing that ass in a circle, like
That ass in a
swinging.
circle.
I was like, I
Seatbelt
don't
sign
think-
didn't come off once.
I don't think we'll ever level out. Like, I just think we are going to be teetering and tottering the rest of this
Yep.
ride.
I went to the bathroom during the flight and I got
Tossed.
tossed.
Toilet bowl swishing up at you.
Literally.
No, I literally got like up against the wall.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so miracle we got to Orlando. And then, we get to Orlando, blah, 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 get in our hotel, wake up bright and mother effing early.
Only
The
way to
Lovelace
do it.
family does not mess around.
Mess around when it comes
They
to
take
Disney.
no prisoners.
To provide context, we went with Katie, her sister, her brother-in-law, and her parents. So it's me and Claire on the Lovelace family vacation to Disney World.
Mike
Hopping
Mary
in the
Kate
minivan.
flew out. It was like typical, like such classic American
Yep.
family trip, like minivan on our way to Disney World. My
Snacks
parents
in the back.
and Taylor are matching in our 2017 family trip to Walt Disney World t-shirts that I had made. I forgot mine. just a little bit left out. But yeah, so we get in line. It was honestly heinous to getting in line, but we'll just skip over that because Hannah and Claire quickly saw the tension that can rise with my family getting promptly to Disney World on time. But we still made it there truly like an hour early.
Ready for that rope drop, baby.
Ready for that road drop. I had to use the restroom, and so Claire went with me. And before we left, Katie's mom looks over and she goes, all right, if the rope drops while you guys are gone, we're booking it. We're leaving you. So meet us at Space Mountain. And I was like,
you know what to do.
Roger that, Kate.
They literally make an announcement. They're like, ladies and gentlemen, in just 5 minutes, we'll have a special presentation to kick off your day at the park. Mickey comes out. We're screaming.
Lose our shit.
We're screaming. No,
Squealing.
he's so small.
Take us back to
so
Dua Lipa
small.
like pit. Like we were like
Screaming. Literally like jumping. And then the rope drops when you're not paying
Fireworks.
attention, and they release the fireworks.
A
And
single firework.
me and Katie and her mom treated it like it was the gunshot at the beginning of a track meet. That freaking firework went off, and we took
sprint.
off. I actually almost bodied a 3-year-old.
I was about to say.
I literally had to like juke him out, and the mom was like, Jesus, and I was like, my bad, little man, have a good one.
Me and Katie's dad just like lock eyes and give each other this like unspoken look of like, all right, this is what kind of day it's gonna be.
Here we go. Make sure the step tracker is on. We're ready to rumble.
Get our steps in.
We rode almost every ride single rider. It was get in, get out. We're going to the next one.
Ruthless.
It was epic.
We were just ripping them and ripping them.
ripping them. It was
And getting pissed when we couldn't rip them fast enough.
Literally. Like, I've never experienced this. This is like
It's just
record-breaking
like
lines.
unbelievable.
I can't believe
It's
this
just like when we checked the crowd checker, it just said medium, and it's like, what is this? Can't imagine. Hi. We didn't eat a single meal sitting down. No one was allowed to sit unless your ass was in the seat on the ride.
I drank a coffee at like 7 p.m.
Truly, we get
Jet fuel.
Starbucks for like lunch, dinner, who knows? And we're all standing just
Wolfing.
like hunchbacked over like, all right, finish it. Then we're going to Animal Kingdom. We got to make this bus before our fast pass ticket.
Lunch truly was 2 minutes, and then we were on to the next bus.
Hannah and I are eating the most heinous roast beef sandwich in the fucking world. I literally
Just shoving it down the gullet like it's a hot dog contest.
Glizzy.
And like, you know when you ever like focus on food and you're like, I'm eating corned meat and cheese on bread and I think I'm gonna vomit, but
And
like
an amusement park made by some weird man with a hairnet.
Literally.
Who didn't wash his hands.
we're exiting. I don't even know which one it was. It might have been Animal Kingdom. We're exiting and absolute mouth breather. In front of us. Who's double fisting like one of those long ass popsicle pop rock, I don't even know what the fuck things, like a corn on the cob, and it's just like
was inhumane.
Bow-legged, like feet are going east to west, shoelaces untied, with which if you could walk around anywhere, but especially in like the subway station and an amusement park with your shoelaces untied and not have a fucking thought about it, you're mouth breather. And he's in front of us and going so slow. And for some reason, like, even if we were just truly going to the bus. We weren't even going to a ride. But shoot the motherfucking gap. And we were sprinting around him, just so, like, hustled and, like, startled and annoyed. And we look back, and my dad is, like, lost in the sea of people. And he, like, looks over at us, and we're, like, speed walking like it's our fucking job. And he's just like, well, I'll catch up with you guys later.
We have like cramps from walking so fast. This guy is raw dogging this lollipop so hard that, like, you know, the like color candy coating on it, all gone.
Oh.
He is just
So disgusting.
up, down, up, down, up, down. Not a care in the motherfucking world.
Nope.
I remember John like was just trying to rationalize with someone being like, we're only fastest as our slowest man. And we're like sprinting to the next ride.
It doesn't make sense. If anyone's holding up the rear, it's dragging us all down.
My poor brother-in-law, bless his heart, he wanted to be out of there by like 1 every day.
We were giving him shit for not wanting to spend 18 hours at Disneyland.
Literally, we're like, what do you mean you have no stamina?
But the biggest...
You're gonna go home now? Really?
The biggest, like, bless his heart, was my dad in line with us for 3 hours for the Star Wars ride at the end of the day, and my dad
We're
is
doing
just,
21 questions for an emergency exit
my
sign.
dad is just having to listen to us absolutely chirp. I just look over and I like zoom out and try and put myself in my dad's shoes as he's listening to us just like, well, you know, the funny thing about the Kardashians compared to like TikTokers and how they grow their fame and blah, 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 and Pete Davidson.
Chirp,
and
chirp, chirp,
blah, blah,
chirp,
blah,
chirp,
chirp, chirp, chirp, chirp. Hannah looks at us and goes, okay, let's play a game. What am I thinking?
Okay, I have one. What am I thinking
What am I
about
thinking
right now?
I just look over my dad sitting in this like cave on our way to Star Wars and it's just like, good God.
Is this what you guys do all day? In your apartment, this is what you do? You just sit there and guess each other's thoughts? But honestly, Mike proved that he could fucking hang because at one
could
point,
hang with the girls.
he quite literally asked for more chirping. And I ain't never met a man.
did.
I ain't never met a
heard
man.
He did.
Say
That's how
that
you know
before.
he raised 3 daughters because he literally goes,
He looks
to
at
Hannah.
Claire and I, and yeah, he goes over to me and goes, so we're gonna need a little bit more
jockeying
jockeying.
out of you two. We go humming. We go,
Humming?
chirping.
That's
You mean
the boomer
chirping?
version
The
of
boomer
chirping.
version of
And he
chirping.
goes,
Jockeying.
yeah, we're gonna
that.
need more of that.
So we go, crank the shit up, turn it up. Here we go.
All right,
Turbo
smell the
mode.
shine. All right, give me a beat.
Give me a beat. We're ready.
Turbo mode.
We thought you'd never ask.
And then we get on Star Wars. It was great. I mean, phenomenal. Love.
Phenomenal ride. Great time.
Walt did it again. And
From
we
the
get-
grave,
we
from
get-
the frozen head.
we get off
Oh wait.
We get off the ride and meet my mom, who had just been playing Candy Crush for 3 hours, waiting for us to get off the ride. And
Another
we're
one
like-
bit the dust.
And I'm, pulling up my Disney World app, and I'm like, all right, we got record low wait times for one ride,
I haven't seen these since like 30 a.m. rope drop.
and we have 9 minutes to park closing. So Hannah, Claire, and I are like, should we ask if we can go? Like, Taylor and John are outside the park in the minivan, ready to pick us up and take us back. And we're like,
Literally
"I
in
think
line
we
to pick
can
us
fit
up,
one
like
more in."
they're
We're like, rip one more. Rip one more.
So POV, us absolutely sprinting through California, or
talk
Hollywood
about
Adventures.
juking a
Prairie dog
3-year-old.
shuffle.
I think I
We're
freaking elbowed a guy.
sprint through, single rider
Suck it back up,
line,
suck
do
it back
another
up.
one, and it was great. Honestly, it was a great.
Got
best
on that
ending,
coaster.
Best
Yep.
ending to it.
Gotta rip another.
And then
The next day,
was
We did it again. We ran it
a
back.
little switch up. We did Universal Studios.
which was great.
Honestly,
so much fun.
I'd go back for University of Orlando.
I
Universal
would too.
Orlando.
Phenomenal
I would study at the University of
rides.
Orlando.
Just my God, enroll me.
University of Orlando. Phenomenal rides. Great Harry Potter. Great
Potter
Harry Potter
one.
stuff.
So good. Tear jerking, honestly.
So good. Hagrid's ride.
If you're ever
Chef's
there,
kiss.
ride that. Spank it multiple times if you can.
So
Oh my god, we
good.
forgot to talk about how Hannah was absolutely blasted off her hoo-ha on Dramamine on the first day.
So, for those of you who don't know, I have vertigo. And so, I haven't been to an amusement park since discovering I have vertigo. And so, I got Dramamine thinking it would help me. And I was a shell of a human. We're in line. I'm just pugging Diet Cokes, hoping that the caffeine will hit me. And it kind of slightly starts making me delirious right as we get on Thunder Mountain.
We also, Hannah gets Dramamine, and we're like, after she starts getting delirious, we're like, how many did you take? And she's like, 2.
So I had to take 1 to 2.
She wasn't playing around. She didn't want to feel a single hint of motion.
Literally.
She transformed into the biggest woo girl I've ever seen. We were playing Jello, her and I,
Just
on
me.
Big Thunder. Just absolutely any turn, her body was coming straight into me with the warning of woo, woo, hands up, just leading into the motion. You think you'd want to restrict the motion, but no, she was letting her body be an absolute
Orbit.
Polly Pocket, just at the mercy of every whip and turn and the wildest ride in the wilderness. She was just
I had a great time.
I was damn near pissing myself. That was the best part of the whole ride. So yeah, just double that down for all the other
We
rides.
needed to address.
I had a great time.
Anyway, back to park number 2.
Park number 2.
No Dramamine this day.
No drama.
Smooth sailing. We got on so many rides.
So many rides.
The wait times were so much less. Harry Potter was magical.
The rip red,
but then
the rip rocket.
we
that
decided my the rest of my family did not want to go on this one water ride. We wanted a water ride. They wanted to go on like the Kong ride.
Wait,
It was a hot Florida day. And
Hot
so
Florida
I was
day.
like, I want to go on a water ride. Like, let's cool down.
Yeah.
So they're like, all right, we're going to go here. You guys go on your water ride. And so it's been like 45 minutes to an hour since I was like, let's go on a water ride. And at this point, I've cooled down.
Right.
And so we get in line and we all are instantly like, should we really do this?
Because we were seeing the like log of people come down this like gigantoran drop.
Looking
and
like
just
they
see
did
how
a-
they got like absolutely drenched.
We were in line for what is referred to as Deadly Do Rights Rips Off Falls.
See, I would get that tattooed on me.
Well, you know, we're just waiting for Deadly Do Rights Rips Off Falls.
Oh my god.
And boy, did we have a time.
It was
You
the
know what?
Walmart
I was
version
more
of Splash
nervous than a
Mountain.
long-tailed cat in a room full of
Oh my
rocking chairs.
Flawless delivery.
Kidding, I
Flawless
really
delivery.
got nervous halfway
Deadly
through.
Do Rights Rips Off Falls.
So we're in line and we're instantly regretting our decision because we know we're going to get fucking drenched. And
Drenched, and we're chilly in there. Why is it they always blast the AC?
they blast
when you're
AC
waiting
for those water rides. And Claire's doing some hip stretches, as you know we do.
Just keeping them
It's going
mobile.
to be a bitch to edit.
Keeping them mobile.
And Claire?
Yeah. The thing that's sad is that they weren't really tight. They're just some jean shorts, some loose jean shorts, and I just went to stretch out the old hip flexors, and you know that age-old sound. Everybody knows it. The rip. I'm not even gonna attempt to do that.
Hannah and I, though, are in conversation. We look over and see Claire just
I
fear
go.
of God.
I go. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
They're gone.
Let's assess the damage. So then I realized it just ripped straight to my crotch. Not the
We're talking about the
not
shorts
the
here.
butt crack, thank God. But yeah, the crotch, and then we're doing all kinds of bend over. Well, can you see it from this angle? What about this angle? You see it from here? No? Okay. We can work with that. So it was fine, except when it got to actually sitting in the ride. We'll spare you the details.
Before we
On that
get on
one.
the ride, though.
Before we get on the ride, though, I was almost groped by an 8-year-old. Which I don't know. It's like, is it on you? Like, if my boob touches his hand, because I'm the adult, is that
he
the
was
problem,
truly
or-
shoving his hand out through like a jail cell.
To be fair, he had his hand out in this little slot. Like, he was on one side of the barrier
Literal
and we were
jail
on the other.
slot.
And there was a jail slot and he had his hand out. And we can't see the man. We can only see this little boy's arm.
Well,
young man.
prepubescent.
And
Prepubescent
To be
man.
fair, like, Claire could have dodged it, but she just didn't see it. And so she's
chirping
walking.
away. I'm chirping away. I'm
She's
walking, I'm
chirping, not paying attention. And she almost walked her boob right into that little
a
boy's
dead
hand.
ass centimeter away from hand to nip contact.
And she goes,
And I go,
whoa.
And then, Jesus, the woman behind us wouldn't let us
Field
forget.
day she had.
Field day she had.
My God, this woman went on like a 2-minute like joke rant to herself
But
about.
also to us.
Also, I mean, very much to us, but like we were so less engaged than she was in this rant, and was just like, "You almost made that 9-year-old boy's day. Like you almost just walked in, you almost got a handful of your boob. I saw that coming from a mile away. It's like she's gonna walk into his hand, he's gonna get a handful of her boob." And she was talking about it for like literally a minute.
Well, did you want to like warn me? Did you think?
Yeah.
Maybe no. You just wanted to witness.
So we're all just politely giggling.
She's also with like her fellow 6-year-olds, and she's just, like screaming,
Yeah,
boob,
her-
a tit, and
her kids were young and she was just fully talking
Just
about
like-
tit.
Yeah, it was.
I'm honestly sad it didn't happen because it would have made it a day.
Okay.
Well, then we get on the ride.
And then we get on the.
The ride was no joke. It's about a 75-foot drop.
Yeah.
75-foot drop. It's pretty
Deadly
big.
Do Rights rips off falls and I am less than around.
We're screaming. Like,
Bloody murder.
anyway, we went down the ride. We got real wet.
We got real wet.
Screamed our heads off. Photos hilarious. Katie looks like a nun. She put her shirt over
Shirt
her
over
whole
my
head. So then we emerged wet. Me with my pants ripped in my cooter. It's another day in Orlando, baby.
Another day in Orlando.
That's
Got
nothing
some,
less from Florida.
got some butterbeer. Oh my gosh, we rode Hagrid's ride like one last time, and then I was single rider, of course, in the very back, and I was with a mom, and her 2 daughters were in like this like chariot in front of us, and we're getting off the ride.
Your
and
chariot, miss.
the worker like spots these 2 adorable little girls and their mom, and he's like, if you guys want to go again, like just go down the hall, turn right, and tell the worker like I told you to go again. So I go, ha, ha, ha. What was that? I was like, what?
A window of opportunity
like,
for us
wait,
to rip another.
I was like, what'd you say about going again? He's like, yeah, it if you go down the hall and go to the right, you can go again. I was like, alrighty, and I stop everyone in our party. I'm like, oh, hold up, we got an in to go again. So we rode Hagrid's again. And it was fucking incredible.
It was another perfect way to rip another right before the night ended.
Exactly.
The only thing, and I think this is what I'm going to say, Katie, the only thing that we want to make note of that we observed is that,
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, this,
Post
I don't want to say it's all of Florida, but most definitely the parks we experience. It's a Pooch-friendly zone, friends.
so gut
Oh my
friendly.
God.
We're walking out of Animal Kingdom again before we witness a mouth breather. Hannah and I are full of roast beef and hot cheese.
Just waddling as
Claire's
fast as we
full
can.
of turkey and hot cheese. My God, and we're walking
Focaccia,
out,
thank you.
and we're all just like full of guts, steamy bellies. And we're like, God, like I'm just so bloated. And then we look around at our fellow passerbyers, our fellow Disney adults, and we go,
Orlando counterparts.
we go, you know what? This is the most gut-friendly land in the world. Like,
I don't feel an ounce of shame
Belly
here.
celebration zone.
guts out for Mickey. There's no shame.
There's no ounce.
We're
shame.
rolling with rolls.
Rolling with rolls. Like
was
I've never
great.
felt so body posy in my life.
Literally, usually we're sucking into the high noons, and then we're just. I was sticking it out at some point.
Yeah,
just to
suck
fit
it out
in.
for fun.
Literally, I was like, I don't care. I'm leading with my belly
Yeah,
button.
pooch out.
I don't care if I can't see my toes at this point. I feel more qualified if I can't.
Honestly. Yeah.
And that's how you know you enjoyed Disney.
Exactly.
Oh my God, yeah. Pooch out for the boys. Pooch out for Mickey.
Pooch out for
Pooch out
Mickey.
for Mickey. Pooch out for Walt.
Make that the tattoo.
Yeah. I'll get it right on my belly.
Pooch out for
Pooch out for
You
Mickey.
could like circle the belly button hole.
No.
Pooch out for Mickey.
Okay. If you've made it this far, you're either a Love Island fan or you just like hearing us talk. So
The sweet,
To give you some
soothing
context,
sounds of our voices.
we are always content overload and can never be on the same page. So we're at different spots in the season. Katie's the most caught up. So essentially, we have all seen the recoupling since Casa, and Mad Movies has just happened.
Classic Mad Movies challenge.
Yeah, what are our thoughts?
Snog, Marry, Pie.
Song Mary Pies happened.
And then the beach party with Maya Gemma.
Yes.
That's where we're at.
Yes.
Roughly episode 51.
Right.
50 to 51.
So if you haven't seen that, come back later. But if you have,
Keep listening.
keep
Let's
listening.
dive in.
What are our thoughts? Mad Movies. What do we think?
Boy, they chirping.
They were rowdy.
Jesse,
Oh.
I was on my last, which I think this will also go into the tea and like all the drama with Jessie in general of people calling her fake or whatever. Jessie was just chirping so much, which then just got her in trouble of then people thinking that she's like calculated and fake.
Trying to stir the pot.
Trying to stir the pot. I think it just comes down to like, I just think Jessie's annoying.
Yeah.
I don't think she's strategic or fake. I just think she's a little bit annoying.
Yeah. I like Jessie. I think that she feels very my guess is just based off of people we've had relationships with. She pegs me as the person that gets close to people really quick, whether or not it's really reciprocated. And I feel like she stands up for the people that she loves and feels close to. Like I never really saw the relationship between her, Sammy, and Claudia, but in the past few episodes everyone said that like those three are the closest.
Yeah.
I've never seen that from what they've released film wise.
Yeah.
Sammy and Claudia for sure.
Sammy and Claudia for sure, but like the Jessie part is a little like confusing to me. But anyway, I feel like she just feels really close to the girls and wanted to stand up for them, and that kind of correlates with her situation with Will and Casey. But I still don't think it's appropriate, nor is it like to your point, like not annoying to like be constantly chirping for people. Like all of these women are very strong, independent,
Capable.
capable of standing up for themselves. They're chirping across the table. So,
And it's also like I'm all for girl power, but like she's just so like girl boss, you're a bad bitch, that it's like so cringy and annoying to me that I'm just like, if I was Sammy and I had like Jessie hanging on to me,
That was
while
like
I would be like, don't
she like reached for her hand.
touch me. Like I was like, I just couldn't deal with Jesse's energy in any of those moments. But I do still really like Jesse.
Yeah.
But I was like, when then Olivia was like coming at her, calling her fake and everything, I was like, I don't think she's fake, and I don't think she's like strategic. I literally just think she's kind of annoying and just like chirps so much.
And I think a lot of those girls were chirping unnecessarily. Like
Tanya.
they all,
Oh my
each one
God.
of them, for the most part, had a right to be upset.
Mm-hmm.
Just stay in your lane. Because
Yes.
if you chirp for everyone else and if you chirp at every single thing, like
You lose so much like
credibility. Exactly. Because all of
And they're just gonna come for you
because they're
after.
good for you.
because then the guys literally were like, I don't know what, like, whatever I do, you guys are gonna get mad at us. So like, and I'm not being a male sympathizer, but I was just like, yeah, you guys are losing credibility by like yelling at Casey for something that like he did tell Claudia about. Like, I don't know.
I agree. And I felt like they would yell across the table being like, don't laugh. Why are you laughing?
Right.
Are you kidding? And then their clip would come on and they're like, oh my gosh, girls, what happened in Casa stays in Casa. Like, I was like, girls, just, don't dig
don't be a
yourself in a
hypocrite.
hole.
Right. Exactly.
Or
Or
I
like-
feel like too. Oh, sorry.
No, go.
I was just say like, I think the hardest part about that challenge is it's just like everything has been said already, but it's like the watching of it all just creates this drama that is just like, if there's one thing when someone's recanting a version to you, and then it's like a picture's worth 1,000 words, and then it's like a video is worth a gajillion trillion zillion, and like it's like even if you heard it all, it's like watching
it hurts.
them put a hand on their leg or watching like
Right.
and it
Or
I
what they
don't-
say, like how they flirt. I think that's a big thing, is like how they flirt with them,
Yes.
or like why Sammy was so upset was because
Right.
like he barely cuddled her for like a second, but I guess that's like how they cuddle in bed. So it's
Right.
just like it
it's
hurts.
the nuances,
It's the nuances
of it all. And like I kind of, again, not to be a male sympathizer at all, but Tom being like, I don't remember, and Sammy
Yeah.
being like, what do you mean you don't remember? And it's like, I think there's a little bit of validity on both sides, but like I kind of get it. Like unless you see it, like you probably don't remember.
You probably don't remember
her.
it.
Like you're not gonna be like, and then she put her hand on my leg, and
And
then
I wrapped my leg around her.
Right.
right. Like nobody remembers that level of detail. So then
Right.
it's just like seeing it is like, oh,
It really
fuck
salt in
me.
the wound.
Right.
Yes, it's just salt in the wound is what it is. Like,
Yeah.
I don't even think it's bad. It's just reliving it and also having everybody else relive it with you at
Yeah.
the same time, and then the chirping from both sides.
Yeah, it's the embarrassment. And then if you're not that upset, but the girls are egging you on to be upset, you naturally probably come a little bit more upset. And I feel like in past seasons, the My Movies is a lot closer to Casa. It's like the second night or something.
Yeah.
And often, not everyone knows all of the crazy shit that went down in Casa. Like usually they're a little bit more secretive and tight-lipped about the drama. And so it's kind of there to unravel drama, where this
That's
time
true.
it was just there to kind of like
Everyone's on the path to recovery.
right, and then you just feel
boom.
like it's reopened.
Or it was just like rogue shit, like Liv saying she doesn't remember Kai's name. Like,
oh my
Yeah.
god, that was
Or it's just
so
like-
wild. Speaking of Liv, I have loved. Love is a. I'm not sure if that's the word I want to use. I have been vouching for Liv. I feel like for a lot of the season, and then Casa
we all
Amor.
wanted to like her.
We all wanted to
Yeah.
like her, and then Casa Amor in My Movie solidified. Like, I can't stand you, girl. Like,
No,
what was with her
Just
in
wait,
the
like, even-
Maxwell shit?
It gets even worse too. Like she's so. Or wait, no, you've been caught up.
Yeah, I'm at the point where we're at the beach party.
Yeah.
You
Should we
feel
say
free
it?
to.
Well, just like when
air it.
her and Maxwell are like the least liked, so they're going home.
And she has such a thing about being the least or most liked in the eyes
Yeah.
of the public. Like
Yep.
her saying, "Oh, and Kai, you've been in the bottom 3 each time." Like, why does that matter if you're
Right.
here to find love?
Right.
Well, all these people on TikTok were saying that her dad's the CEO of Love Island.
No,
I don't know if that's true, but I saw like people were bringing up how she's been in like every intro clip, like
been in,
randomly
yeah,
as
the
an
promos.
extra. Like people were like, "Oh, her dad's the literal CEO of Love Island," and is like
No
trying to get her
way.
on the show.
Interesting.
So, but I think like she just absolutely crumbled her reputation. Like she had
She's allergic to accountability.
allergic, allergic, and
Like,
it's
but honestly-
fucking allergy season, and she cannot take her fucking Flonase
No.
and deal with it.
She can't.
She can't take her Claritin D. She is just, oh my, and she's a hypocrite too. Like
Hypocrite.
up the wazoo.
Up the wazoo. Like actually so bad.
No,
Like,
but from what
blatant.
Yeah.
from
blatant.
what I feel like they've shown and what I've seen, I don't feel like anyone even tries to hold her accountable.
No.
they're
No
scared of
one
her.
even brought up the fact that she talked
all that shit
talked
on them.
all
That was
shit
her mad
behind
movie.
friends. Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's
no one even
right.
brought it
No one
up.
even brought that up.
Even brought it up.
She literally went like couple by couple and shat on everyone.
And they were like,
And then didn't
nothing.
she bark at someone else
Yeah.
for talking shit?
Yeah.
And I was like, you did the exact same thing.
And
But
then she
worse.
barks at
Worse.
Kai for not being loyal or whatever
The
she
Kai of it
claims
all
him
is
for.
so-
Leave the big doof alone. Leave
he's
the big,
so
he's happy.
happy.
Like, let them be happy, please.
Wait, have you guys gotten, speaking of Kai,
Yeah.
have you gotten to Kai in the hideaway yet?
Wait, no.
No.
Oh God, I'm so.
Oh.
That man is
Slender
so
Man.
icky. Like, he literally icks me out. Like, I'm literally like, Sanam, like, blink twice if you need help. He's so, the outfit spoiler alert, they go to the hideaway. He wears the ickiest outfit in the world, and he's literally
What is
just,
it? What is it?
he's like wearing like wacky shorts and like bright colored Crocs and like sunglasses and like a weird ass like pattern. Like, he purposely dressed weird. And I'm just like, and he's just like
Why?
playing with like all these like things
No,
and just
no, no,
being
no,
so
no.
creepy and
God.
icky, and I just can't.
But I think that they're cute little chugsters together. And I don't
she
know.
is chuggy too.
I don't know if you have seen the After Sun interviews.
I need
Have
to
you guys
watch the
been
After
watching
Sun
that?
episodes.
No.
No, I haven't.
So I watched the one, I think it's like right before the Pie Mary Snog challenge, and everyone wants them to win. Everyone.
Wow.
Including people that
How?
come out of the villa. Like,
How?
everyone is like, I love Sanam and Kai, which is so weird because in prior episodes, everyone was like, ew, Kai's so boring. And I don't
Right.
feel like he's really got more interesting. It's just the fact that they're the least problematic couple in there.
To be honest, it could be hugely because people hate Liv. Like, if Liv and Maxwell ended up being the lowest rated out of
Yeah.
like those 7 or 8 couples and got sent home, I feel like because she went off and people hated her so much, the only logical person to like support on the other side of that,
But I'm
like,
just like,
is Kai.
how do people not think that Kai's playing a game? He's copy pasted like his
Every emotion.
love proclamation to like every single girl he's been in a couple with.
I know.
Like, I'm so
I
confused.
kind of
by
feel
it.
like he is too much of a doof to play a game.
Well, and I could see those two. Like, I feel like in terms of like what they do professionally and who they are as people, like, I don't know. There's both just like chuggy nerds, and
I'm
just
so sorry
think
to Kai. That was so mean. I just
What
like
did you say?
completely. I feel like I just was so mean to that man.
being mean to men is not.
It's a pastime.
It's not rare to have that on this podcast. But anyway, I think that they're a good match. Do I think that they should win? No, they're just not problematic.
Who do you guys want to win at this point?
I'm honestly, there's not a single couple that I unanimously stan.
Oh,
Like, I like Jesse and Will. Jesse gets on my nerves a little bit, but I'm like,
Jesse has on my nerves.
but like, I still think their love is true.
I do
I
too.
agree.
But I
I'm-
don't think it will be them. Ron and Lana, I just like Ron is just like fucking scum in my book still, and I don't think he'll ever recover.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think they'll win, but I do think that they're true.
I think they're true. I agree, but I still can't get over his naughty behavior because she's so amazing and fantastic.
Yeah.
and, like, it makes me sad.
Shaq and Tanya will literally not last. I can't stand either of them.
Oh my gosh.
Ew.
When Shaq said, I'm just practicing for the future, I was like, y'all are going to break up in 2 months. Let's be real.
Also, them having their own bed down there.
Creepy.
Every time it shows them waking up first, I'm like, you know, those two are just going to
Going
pound
at
town,
it.
and it
Oh,
just
Lord.
really gives me the fucking heebie-jeebies.
Yeah. I'm honestly team Tom and Sammy all the way.
I like them.
Oh man,
I really want them to
That's who I
win.
like. Okay, I was like, I can't think of a single couple that I'm like.
They're also just the most beautiful pairing.
They are
Sammy's
very pretty.
incredible, and Tom, like, you can tell,
Really
really
likes
likes
her.
her.
and she really likes him too.
Yeah.
Like, it's like
I
it's
really
good.
like them.
Yeah.
Me too.
And I hope that they last.
I also think Tom's a bit boring, but I would be in
A bit
support of winning.
boring.
A bit boring?
Okay, can we talk about Casey and Claudia? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love McClardia, but she's got it. She's got to let it go, and I know she goes.
The beach house of it all party, whatever. I was like,
Wait.
girl, you gotta cut your losses. Like,
What happened?
She popped off on him. She found out from Keenan. And I think Keenan was like fed by a producer, I'll be honest. Because he like
really?
Keenan likes Rosie.
Yeah.
Which is always hard when I feel like when two bombshells come in and then like one of the bombshells likes them, it's just like it's just never gonna work out for you. Like nobody's gonna root for you when bombshell and bombshell love happens. Like,
It's so
just
rare
not
when it happens.
Rosie also
Yeah.
curved the shit out of
But
him.
he's hot.
He's
He
hot.
did so hot.
He's so fucking hot. Like I was like, I wish McClurdy would have like given him a chance a little bit more. Like I was like, honestly, hotter than Casey.
100%.
Funnier than Kate. Like I think
Cheekier.
he's got a bit about him. Like he's a worldie.
He's
to be honest,
he's tan. He's the tattoo. He's built.
cutesy.
He's cute.
He's like an actual professional rugby player.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like Tom's in like fucking, but might as well be like intramural.
Is he really?
Soccer.
Did you look them up?
No, but like from what I've gathered from conversations, it's like a really low level league football. You know,
Claire just has a
Right.
thing for rugby players. She can tell.
Rare. He's just a hottie. Anyway, I feel like he sort of like fed that to Claudia and was like, well, you know,
What did
like,
he say?
Him and Rosie kissed, and like, do you think I should like talk to Rosie about it? And Claudia just had blinders on. She didn't give a fuck that Keenan was hurting or that was his question. She was like, what do you mean? Give me more details. And then she just like left the conversation, like left Keenan sitting there, marched up to Casey and Rosie sitting at a table, like in
No
front
way.
of everyone,
Everyone.
and just laid into him about
After they
like
had been
I
not together
know.
for
2
2 days.
in Love Island time.
That's a long time.
He can kiss her.
He
He can
he
kiss
also
her.
got pied to the fucking heavens
I
in that
know.
game. So it was kind of like you had your like I'm coming away from this like the winner
Uh-huh.
like from the villa like and that just made her look so sore.
Like, what did
I-
you expect? You know,
Like,
like, they
of
coupled up.
They
like,
coupled up
they're
like
gonna
they're gonna kiss.
And again, not a male sympathizer, but like he did tell Rosie when he let her know that he essentially ended it with Claudia or they ended
Yeah.
it together, whatever you want to say about it, that he wanted to be respectful and not like cuddle and kiss right away. And
Right.
they didn't.
No,
Correct
they
me if I'm
didn't.
wrong, right? So in a way,
I mean,
like,
it's 2 days,
It's 2 days.
but
that's 2
but
days.
it's 2 days in Love Island. Like, it's just kind of unfortunate. Like, I feel like Claudia should have been like, damn, that sucks and that hurts me, but
she just must have really liked
Well,
her. And I really like Claudia.
I
But
know,
I was
me
like that
too.
last bit. I was like, girl, you lost your credit. Because even Sammy was like, when she like then she went to the girls then afterwards, and like that morning, Casey had asked Sammy like, do you think I should tell Claudia that like I kissed Rosie? And Sammy was like, no, she does not need to know the intimate details of your new relationship. And so then when Claudia came back to the girls and she was like, can you believe that he's kissing her? And Sammy was like, well, you see, he did ask me.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Oh,
I
no.
don't think that he needed to tell you. Because even the girls were like,
Girl, oh no.
but like, we support you.
Oh, I like her too. I think she's just really caught up on the whole timeline of it all. Like when they were breaking up, she kept on repeating, like, how could you like
Yeah.
someone that you've known for 2 days when I've known you for 3 weeks? And it's like, true,
That's your answer
but
right there.
that's
girl.
your
That's your
answer right
answer.
there.
that's exactly what I thought too. I was like, if he does actually like her more in 2 days, then he didn't ever really like you that much,
That
which is
much.
so sad.
Which is so hard.
so
but, like,
hard.
Either decide to move on or like send yourself out of the villa.
Right, I agree. I feel like she should have just bowed out.
Yeah. But like,
Yeah.
wish her every
Oof.
happiness.
Yes.
I like her. I
I'm
hope she
also
finds
just, like-
love. I don't know if she got home or not.
I just like can't wait for like the post villa content for like her and Sammy and like
Oh my
Jesse or like just like the little like thruple. Well, it was just an iconic time when it was like Claudia, Casey, Will, Jesse, Sam, me, and Tom. Like they were such like a little like trio couples.
They
like
were.
power
That's
trio.
what is probably also really hurting Claudia is like it was so much fun.
Fun.
And they like, I mean, there's nothing worse than like when you're like dating and your friends are all dating and you're like having a
And
great
they all
time
get
together.
along.
Yes, and then
so relatable.
something at right, right.
But yes, I can imagine that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that must have like extra hurt for her.
I think she's
But
just down
prayers up.
badsies.
Plus, you always kind of forget that they're not all friends in there. And people
No.
are just pleasant to each other. Not
Yeah.
everyone's like giddy family vibes.
As soon as the Liv drama happened, I feel like that's what reminded me. I was like, oh right, not everyone's gonna like Liv. Like
And yeah, like not like there's definitely divisions within the boys. So you probably get really
Totally.
excited when the guy that you like is liked by the guy friends that you have and the girlfriends you have.
Totally. I feel like too, what was illuminating is when like Maxwell and Liv spun up the whole Jesse's fake thing.
yes,
And then Maxwell went to Casey and Casey was like,
which is weird because like Casey's kind of like the OG bomb dropper of like Jesse's fake,
Yeah.
based on Jesse like confronting
Okay, but Jesse
him.
confronting him was actually so rogue.
That was super rogue.
That was like the icing on the cake of like how I
Bizarre.
felt towards her after Mad Movies of her inserting herself in everyone's business. I was like, girl.
Again, back to my original point. I think she cares a little too much.
Just
She
too much.
doesn't really know where to essentially say, I care a lot, but this is not my place to say something or insert myself. Like, the people I care about can handle it themselves. Like,
Yeah.
of course, Will was probably really upset, but he's also very capable to deal with it himself. You don't need to go talk to him about it when it's
Right.
already been dealt with.
Right.
I think she just cares and she doesn't have the social awareness to be like, oh, this is their thing, not my thing because I feel
Right.
connected to this person.
Right.
I feel like too, if she wanted to express that, just should have been so much more casual. Like, it
Right.
should have been like, how are you feeling? Like,
Totally.
I'm sure the challenge was really hard for you today, getting pied many times.
Or
and
like not directly after he just settled it with Will.
I know. It was just,
Like,
it was
wait till the next
bizarro.
day, like casual.
Give it some
yeah.
space.
He was mean. And I'm not saying he's not justified, but he was a little bit
Yeah.
mean. Like, he was like, well, you've just made me feel shitter.
Yeah, he probably, I mean, he literally
He
had to
took
have
it.
that conversation with Will and Tom, which honestly, good for him for not letting it fester and
Yeah.
bringing it
Yeah.
up. Then he had to go talk to Claudia and essentially break up with her, whether or not who brought it up first.
Like,
Day.
big day for
Yes,
Casey.
and then he had to go talk to Rosie and be like, I really like you, but I can't cuddle you, and I like you're the only person that actually likes me in here, and I can't feel validated by you. And now I'm getting this shit brought up to me by the girl that's not even involved in the drama itself.
And then he waits and he gets his ass handed to him at the beach club. Like, I think
That's right.
that man went from like, I'm a happy crazy monkey, I'm Bradley Cooper, blah, to like deflated.
Absolutely deflated.
Like, holy fuck. He's
yeah,
like,
he got his ass
he's
handed to him.
not okay.
No.
I kind of feel bad for him, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
Oy vey. Okay. An interesting question.
Yeah.
For Snog, Marry, Pie,
Yeah.
POV, you're in that situation.
Oh.
Would you rather be snogged or proposed to?
It's so funny because everyone that's in like a pretty solidified couple always gets mad that they didn't get the other option.
Right.
Like they're all like, you can see it on their face, and a lot of them bring them up. Not as much in this season, but in the past they get furious if they're not
Furious.
picked for the other option. But let's be honest, you don't want to see your man kiss another girl, and you
No.
also don't want your man to propose to another girl. So you just
Right.
have to sit with the fact that as long as you're not pied, you're sitting pretty. I don't know which one.
Love it.
I don't know which one would be better for me, honestly. I'm thinking propose, but
I
it
think
depends on
propose is
where
better.
you are in your relationship as well.
Right. Because propose to me seems like, even if it's slightly earlier days, unless it's Rosie and Casey, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think he could so propose to someone like Lana and
Yeah.
be like, oh, because you're just a great girl, whatever. And
Yeah.
then snog Rosie. But like, if you're like Sanam and Kai,
Yeah.
I feel like unless the producers make you lip to lip, which they might, who knows?
They might, because I'm shocked that no one did any type of cheek business.
Right. I mean, and he could have literally been like the smallest little to someone else, and
Who
then
did he kiss?
he snogged Sanam and he proposed to someone else.
Who's this?
Kai.
Kai.
And like a couple other people did that too.
Yeah.
And I was just kind of like, I just think at the end of the day, you want your man to like propose.
Yeah.
Just because it's like a,
Depends where you are in your relationship.
I know. I mean, you could get like a little freaked,
Yeah.
but like ultimately, I think if you're sort of like, we haven't been entertaining other people
Mhm.
for like at least 2 weeks now, you should fucking propose.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because no one else really batted an eye when like Ron kissed Tanya on the mouth. Bizarro. But, like,
that was
It was just like, you know, gross, but like,
Yeah.
yeah,
clean,
you have to do
clean, it
such
was
a
clean.
tiny little peck.
you
Yeah.
have to be like, your lips are leading your face and you're all
Also-
the way back.
The like, I kissed this girl comments are always so rogue. Like, cause there's no one else I'd want to kiss. Well, can we
Okay.
at least elaborate a little bit if you're not gonna propose?
Right.
Or I think it was Casey that said to Rosie, I find this girl really attractive. I'm like, oh my God. Like,
dig
girl, I'd be
deep.
a little bit pissed if the only reason I got kissed is because you find me really attractive.
Right.
Like, at least tell me I'm skinny.
Honestly, honestly, my God, she's so fucking skinny. I'm gonna kiss her.
Skinniest broad in the villa.
The skinniest.
last
I
night
had
in
to-
bed. I didn't even know she was there. She's so fucking skinny.
I couldn't
bag of
find her.
bones.
Swinging my arm
Bag
around.
of bones.
I bruised myself just brushing up against her. She's so bony.
Oh my god. Yeah. So I don't know. Jury's out on Strawberry Pie, but
It's a tough challenge.
tough challenge. All right. Well, who do we think's gonna win? We're in the final stretches. Who do you think our final four are gonna be?
Ron and Lana are somewhere in there for sure. I'm
Yeah.
guessing 2.
Yeah.
Like they get second.
I feel like they'll be second.
I really want Sammy and Tom to win.
I feel like they'll make it because they're not that messy. Like in the grand scheme of things,
yeah.
they had a little bit of that like character arc development. From
But they
Casa
needed that because they
Amor.
were a late couple.
They're a late stage bloomer, and I feel like now they're actually really strong and people really like them.
Interesting that the producers gave them a little breakfast after their hideaway
I
situation.
know.
I felt
That
like
was
they were
interesting,
trying to
too.
give them a little bit more airtime, a little bit more
Yup, yup.
these people
Right.
opportunities.
Are there 4 or is it 3?
There's 4.
Ew, I don't want Kai and Sanam to like place, but I guess
I wouldn't
If
I
the
wouldn't place
public
them, but
loves
I think
them.
the public loves them based
Yeah,
off of the after sun reviews.
literally.
Okay, so I guess probably them, and then I feel like it's fucking Shaq and Tanya.
They like might be 3rd then.
Shaq and Tanya.
No. Kai and Sanam.
I have no idea.
Might
Who
be
else?
up
Am I
higher,
forgetting of-
honestly.
oh,
Oh, wait, no, Will and Jesse.
They're 4th or 3rd to me, but I really
No, but
like
then
them.
if they're in, who's out?
I honestly
Shaq
think
and
Shaq
Tanya?
and Tanya. They're in
I
the
hope
bottom
they're out.
consistently.
They're just. I think it's gonna all depend on how the rest of the Jesse fakeness narrative unfolds.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know,
Is it still happening at the beach club?
a little. It's like it's winding down, but I think like Liv was like the
Tables
shit
get
stirrer.
turned on another couple?
Oh god.
Oh, just
Yeah.
tell.
Do you want to tell? You want me to know? Or tell
Yeah,
you?
give it to the listeners.
Ron gets it. Like Ron
Really?
and Lana get tables turned on them. Like big
What for
time.
what?
That Ron's strategic.
Oh, I saw a clip of like
Interesting.
next time like Ron's giving away
Because-
all his because he said something about like
Because the next game is the one where the public votes on all these different categories to rank the couples, and then the villa has to place them and try and match up their placements with how the public voted, which obviously causes so much
So
drama.
much tea. What
So
a good
it's-
game.
Yeah, it's a tough game to like
someone got a raise.
for the vibes, and like the vibes in the house are off for like at least 2 days. And then they do the
Oof.
talent show and it gets better, but we'll get to that in our next recap. So you guys need to watch it all.
Interesting.
I can see that Ron gives me gameplay energy
I don't know.
because I think he went for like the early stage drama and then the like I found my way.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's something about him that's just scum to me. Anyway, I think like that's our show, folks.
Yeah. Thanks for listening. We'll be back in 4K next Wednesday. I know you've missed these beautiful skinny faces.
Vortex view.
But do not
No,
forget.
because we're teeing people up to think that we're gonna look so skinny.
No, and the
like,
amount of
and
weight
then
I've
we're gonna
gained on a 10-day road trip around Ireland, eating nothing but fucking fried chicken sandwiches. Like, get ready. Because
and with the vortex, we're gonna have to all crowd on the bed.
yeah, no, I can't
Stop.
wash away the weight I've gained. But do not forget to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Big Time Stuff Podcast. Like, subscribe, all the tings, and we love you, and we'll see you next Wednesday. Love ya.
Bye.
Bye.